Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Wolf Garden, written, directed, and starring Wayne David, who plays a man who's gone into isolation, hiding, and is haunted by visions of the woman he loves, and by a creature in the nearby woods in some kind of shack. And this film is about 90 minutes, and definitely is lacking in, there's not a whole lot of narrative beats in this film. There's an overarching mystery to what's going on and what's really going on in this situation with this creature and him being out in the middle of the woods. And I feel like the biggest failing of this film, which I still liked, is that the mystery is way too obvious. And it's supposed to be building up this big reveal to the point where it's like the final shot of the movie, and you're just like, but I already knew that. And it's one of those kinds of things that, it builds tension, it builds suspense throughout the film. It has some solid scares. There's some eerie interactions between William, our main character, played by David, and this older man, who at times is grotesquely torn and faced apart by giant claws and stuff like that. They're haunting, they're ominous conversations, and they have all this build. These things work. These scenes are intense and suspenseful, but it all goes into the direction of something that feels so anticlimactic that you're just kind of like, oh, this has so much potential, and you're just like, oh, well, I knew that. That was the mystery? And there's very few characters in this film, and not a whole lot going on in terms of plot-wise. It's mostly just this man being haunted, feeling isolated, in fearful situations as he sees these visions, and there's a lot of oh, just kidding, it was a dream all along kind of moments, and you're just like, okay. But in general, there's enough potential here, there's enough suspense here, there's enough fear here to make this an enjoyable watch. Does it live up and go beyond those elements? Unfortunately, no. But it has enough to make this an enjoyable and creepy and eerie horror experience that, especially if you're a horror fan, definitely worth a watch. But those are my thoughts on Wolf Garden. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.